beat Hearts on the way to this season's Scottish Cup final. In the SPL, it's been 3 Edinburgh Derby draws so far, although their last capital confrontation should have had a winner, even without the help of goal line technology.
And Jimmy McDonald could be concerned here. Griffiths goes for goal. Hibs claim it's gone over the line. It's not given by the officials. Hibs should be ahead, but the goal will not stand.
For the last Edinburgh Derby of the season, Hearts had Andy Webster back after suspension, wearing the captain's armband, and Michael Ngoo returned up front alongside John Sutton. A Hibs debut for 19-year-old defender Jordan Forster in place of injured James McPake. Up front, another 19-year-old Ross Caldwell, starting for only the second time. Tynecastle highlights with Liam McLeod.
That's Jamie Hamill. Trying to seek out Sutton, who gets the better of Hanlon. Good challenge back though by the Hibs centre-half, and it is going to be a Hearts corner. In from McHattie. Missed by Williams. Ngoo's efforts blocked. And Hibs get it to safety. How did that stay out? Michael Ngoo must have thought he'd put Hearts in front here. It came off Alan Maybury, the former Jambo. Hibs have been playing the better football in the game so far. This is Alec Harris. He gets it back from Caldwell. He stings the fingertips of McDonald. Played back across by Claros. Hibs are knocking on the door and Hearts can't get rid of it. He's back in from Harris again. And this time Hamill's there. This is the initial effort from Harris, who looks a very promising prospect indeed. First time from Griffiths for Thompson, who clatters to the ground under the challenge of Stevenson. Just inside the penalty area. And Thompson wanted the spot kick. Jamie Walker, who's left for Ryan Stevenson. The tackle came from Hanlon. Hamill. He's pickpocketed by Thompson. He goes to ground and he wants the free kick. He's not getting it. Indeed, it's a Hearts corner. Thompson claims he was fouled here. Looked like a slip. In from McHattie. That's Ngoo! And Barr! And against the run of play, Darren Barr puts Hearts in front on the cusp of half-time. He was on the ground when he hooked it past. Ben Williams was in no man's land. Harris. That's not bad. Wrong side of the post from Alec Harris though, who we saw come to the fore in the Scottish Cup semi-final, playing on the left, on the right today. Hibs haven't won here in 4 years. And on a dreadful run in the league as well. One away win since the end of November as Harris wins the free kick off Taoul. Indeed, it's one win in 14 SPL games for Hibernian. Gary Locke knows his team are under threat from a Lee Griffiths free kick. Here he goes. And in it goes! It is another collector's item from Lee Griffiths! A wonder strike! Which Jamie McDonald couldn't get near! Played by Griffiths, he got his 28th of the season with that free kick. Harris burning away from McHattie. And Griffiths was very close to turning this game on its head. Hamill did just enough there. It's Ngoo. The effort's wide from Walker, who scored a terrific goal here against St Mirren in the league last weekend. Walker. And still, Jamie Walker. Well, it's gone the other way, and Stephen McLean The referee's going to book Jamie Walker for diving. Well, it was young Jordan Forster, the 19-year-old Hibernian defender, with the challenge. Hamill couldn't really get rid of it. Robertson tees up Caldwell! A stunning effort from Caldwell has surely won this Edinburgh derby for Hibs. Caldwell's first Edinburgh derby goal comes at the school end at Tynecastle in the last minute. The stuff that dreams are made of.
I think it's a big night for the Hibs fans tonight on the back of that. Delighted, obviously, with the result, Michael, but maybe pleasantly surprised with the quality of the performance as well.
Yeah, I think definitely it was a definite surprise. It's it's been a long time coming from the Hibs support, and especially with the performances they've had this year, this season, they've not been particularly great in the Edinburgh derby. I think Pat Fellon's made a conscious effort of putting his teams out not to get beat rather than winning. But today there was a real change in emphasis put on attacking, which, as I said, was a surprise to most of the people watching the game. And eventually it paid off because they thoroughly deserved to win the game. They created the most chances. They were on top for the majority of the game, and although it took to the 90th minute to win it, it was a thoroughly deserved 3 points for them. And
that enterprising play from Hibs today, Peter, was maybe summed up by 18-year-old Alex Harris.
No, it's brilliant to see a young kid coming into the game, coming into the SPL. He still looks baby-faced, but he's got tons of talent. He's prepared to take people on the inside, outside, lay it on, and pull the trigger. You can't ask for any more than that from a young kid. In an Edinburgh derby where it's tackles are flying in, he showed great composure and he showed great ability, and that's a cross come short. I think it's a cross initially.
And this is just genuine pace, isn't it?
Yeah. It's pace, and it's just asking to be tapped in at the back post there. Fantastic ball. That's what strikers dream of, to try to get balls across the box like that.
What was missing for Hearts today?
Quite a lot. I think it was disappointing. They didn't really get any control in the game. They were overrun by Hibs in a good sense, in terms of Hibs actually got the ball down. They were playing a lot of balls into the strikers' feet unopposed, and there wasn't anybody for Hearts who actually got on the ball and controlled it. The two guys up front, really, they didn't do anything. You would have expected the two big physical boys to have put the centre halves under a bit of pressure, especially with the young Forster making his debut, but they just didn't get anything going. And the guys out wide, Holt and Walker, Walker's really come onto a game lately, and there was a little bit of flatter to deceive, and it was across the board. I think Gary Locke said it himself that it was a disappointing performance from Hearts.
I was doing the Radio Scotland commentary today, and when Hibs got that free kick early, second half, and Lee Griffiths stepped up, you know what he's going to do, Peter, but how do you stop it?
Well, I think that's magnificent. You've got to give him great credit for it, because he's lifted it over the wall with great pace. Just look at it here though. Michael Ngou's on the left-hand side of the wall. It's a left-footed shot. He jumps high. When the ball's going over the wall, see if he'd been more to the other side, it perhaps would have hit him. I don't want to take anything away from Lee Griffiths here because it's a fantastic strike, but I think the balance of the wall was set up wrong. I think if Ngou's on the inside, it might well hit him because he's a big lad. He jumped for the ball. The whole four-man wall did jump for the ball, but I'm taking it away from Lee Griffiths if I say that was the reason, because it was a fantastic goal.
And here's a part of Lee Griffiths' game which is sometimes unnoticed: hassling, harrying, forcing the mistake ahead of the winning goal.
Yeah, he's put Jamie Hamill under great pressure, and it's resulted in them winning the ball high up the pitch, and has enabled them to get a shot on target. And it was a fantastic finish from young Caldwell as well. Robertson's latched onto the ball well as well. He's reacted quick, and Caldwell's dispatched it so well. It is the only place in the goal that he could have put it in. You see the two defenders coming across him there, and he had to lift it and get in that corner.
I think for a young boy his age in an Edinburgh derby, his first Edinburgh derby, starting in the Edinburgh derby, to have the composure to twist it out his body, shape his body and put it into that top corner, I think that bodes well for the future of Scottish football as well, when you've got some talented young strikers like that, because that isn't an easy finish. You had two Hearts players pressing highly to try and get a slide in there, and he just dinked it into the top corner. Brilliant strike.
Two cracking goals, and the derby